Veni Vidi video. I came, I saw, I videoed. Hi, I'm Diane Curran, and in this series we mosey around in ancient and modern times looking for what makes marketing tick. Well, today is the summer solstice here in our northern hemisphere. Oh, that we were in the southern hemisphere headed into winter, but no, instead, we're dancing around here in my little pocket of LA with a 110-degree high. Not normal, but don't worry, it's backed off to 109 now. I feel a little bit like I'm in one of those wonderful hair commercials. I've got a little fan on me, so the hair and the breeze is kind of giving this feeling of being cool. So it's kind of consistent, not normal for us, but with the fact that we as the earth are headed into our warmest year yet. Yikes. That makes me think of Icarus, he of the ancient myth who flew too close to the sun. Just yesterday was Father's Day, and Icarus and his dad, back in ancient days, hatched a plan full of male bonding. His dad had got himself in big trouble and was imprisoned by a king of Crete, and so he fashioned 2 sets of wax wings for he and his son to escape. He tested his, but he told his son, who hadn't tested his yet, do not fly too close to the sun or the sea and endanger your delicate wings. But of course, exhilarated with the joy of flying, Icarus did indeed fly way too high, melting his wings in the sun's heat, and he fell to his end in the sea. Modern-day psychology refers to the Icarus complex relating to overambition and unhealthy fascinations at deep levels of the psyche. Artists, poets, literary giants like Ovid, Chaucer, Shakespeare, and James Joyce have all explored Icarus in a variety of portrayals. Icarus is even depicted in the Amsterdam bankruptcy court as a warning against high-flying ambition. So is the summer solstice only a symbol fraught with danger? Technically, it's the peak day in the Earth's North Pole, tilting toward the sun. It has the most daylight hours of the year for people in the northern hemisphere. There's even a baseball team, I believe, in Alaska that plays, or maybe it's the Arctic, that plays from dawn on the summer solstice until the next day, and they just go for hours. It's often celebrated with dawn festivities at Stonehenge and other ancient sites, and even NASA has tracked the extraordinary precision of the sun rising just over Stonehenge's heel stone to hit the altar stone dead center on this very day. It reminds us of the power of light and the call to celebrate nature's coming bounty with crops planted in the spring now growing lush. Fans of daylight might head to Fairbanks, Alaska, or the Arctic Circle to get in that 24 hours of daylight. This year even has a strawberry moon, the first time it's been a full moon on the summer solstice in 70 years. Sounds yummy, doesn't it? So why do Icarus and 24 hours of daylight matter to modern marketers? You may have noticed that daylight is not really a factor anymore because we live in a 24/7, 365 awake world. Business never stops and life need never stop thanks to the internet, as long as you've got a plug somewhere that gets to some electricity. It begs the question, are there even seasons anymore in this always awake world? Well, marketing to a sleep-deprived and overstimulated population is a challenge. How can your message connect? Well, in this series, we've explored the power of storytelling that engages your reader or your listener to proactively connect with you rather than waiting for you to somehow connect with them. Marketing trend spotters are now exploring what they call user-generated content marketing campaigns. Sounds a little clunky, but it's growing powerful. To give it a more organic name, I call it conversation, where you listen as much or more than you talk, if you want to know what matters to your market. If only Icarus had listened and retained his father's warning. Food for thought, Marketers take heed. Overambition is often what the public expects of marketing, and have bad memories to prove their point that it's too aggressive, doesn't back off, and goes for the hard sell every time. Sound familiar? Have you ever signed up for a mailing list out of mild curiosity and found your email inbox deluged? No wonder millennials are kind of known to avoid email entirely. Or how about clicking on a link online to visit a site only to find that every other site you visit for the next several weeks has an ad from that same company? Curious. I suspect there are several services whose metrics prove that this is effective for their advertisers. But for how long? I can think of one professional business organization that chased me across the internet relentlessly and then suddenly dropped pursuit. Did they fall into the sea like Icarus? I'm left never wanting to join them no matter what. Don't let that happen to you. The best reality check may just be a humanity check. Very simply this: imagine yourself on the receiving end of what you plan to promote. It could prevent you from flying too high and too close to the sun. So Veni Vidi Video is about making marketing creative. We do keep hopping into our time machine in the quest for heroics and harrowing tales and iconic symbols like Icarus and time-tested themes to bring to our modern marketing world. I'm Diane, Curran, inviting you to subscribe to our channel now for new videos to refresh your marketing ideas at your own pace. To learn more about our work and what we're up to lately, visit themarketingdeal.com. And thank you so much for joining us.